Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now I've called these readings Triple Conjunction Season because we have the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction perfecting, as Mercury and Neptune are coming conjunct, as Mars and Saturn are conjunct. So we have a triple conjunction going on, 3 being the number of the goddess, the urge to move forward, the urge to make changes. And interestingly, they are in Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. So they're in 1/4 of the chart. They are forming an arrow, focusing in on the Earth. So it made me go and have a look at what the difference was. So obviously Neptune one side, Pluto the other, from 19 degrees Pisces, which is a manifestation number, to 24 degrees Capricorn, which escapes me right now what that number's about, but I have discussed it loads on my video. But anyway, the interesting thing is the angular distance between them is 55 degrees. Angel number 55. The message in that apparently is time to let go of the old, release all the old doubts, fears and everything. It will be replaced with something better. And this is just coming off of the energy. It's not quite within orb, but the septile, which is 1/7 of the zodiac ecliptic. Now, normally an orb of 1 degree is allowed for this, but I thought that, it's well worth looking at. It's the only prime number aspect of division of the zodiac, which is an inexact number, and it is a mystical aspect that indicates the hidden flow of energies between the planets involved, often involving spiritual or energetic sensitivity and awareness of finer and more subtle hidden levels of reality involving the planets in septile aspect. Now, that to me sounds quite stunning, especially coupled with that angel message of time to let go of the old, let the new come in, release the old doubts and fears. So I'm not going to look at each individual conjunction. I've got a few other videos for that. Having said that, there is not enough hours in the day for me to do tarot scopes and readings based on every conjunction that is attracting my attention at the moment. So I decided to combine all three. There is a Jupiter-Pluto series I've just done. I'm hoping to look at the Mars-Saturn. Neptune and Mercury might be left all on its own, but we'll see. Now, as usual, this is a bulk introduction. There's a timestamp down below, so you can fast forward to the reading. I would like you to look at your sun sign, obviously, because that's the first one we're always drawn to. Your rising sign being the most important in ancient astrology. But to be quite honest, right now, I think Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, certainly Neptune and Pluto, there's not going to be a huge difference for all of us. You could combine those two signs into a communal reading, no doubt. Collective reading, sorry. But have a look at your Mars. This is the driving force between everything. And this is in the centre of the 3 conjunctions, Saturn and Mars together, entering into new, airy, rebellious Aquarius. So we can open lots and lots of gateways for us now. Yeah, the majority of us are stuck at home in isolation. But what did it say about those septile energies? Let me just read that again. A mystical aspect that involves a hidden flow of energies between the planets involved, involving spiritual or energetic sensitivity and awareness of finer and more subtle hidden levels of reality. What we can put into place now, what we can bring together, even if it's just in our thought space on the astral level, will end up manifesting, certainly if it is in our interest, if it is something that will be better, not just for us, but for the whole world. Remember, there's a lot of outer planets here: Neptune, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. So this is stuff that is affecting us personally and society as a whole. And let's face it, turn on the news and you can see exactly what I mean. Very, very briefly, because try to be careful, but avoid the fear, as all of the teachers, the astrologers and everybody are talking about at the moment. So if you don't know what your moon, your rising, your Mars sign is, there's a link down below in the description to go and get yourself a free birth chart from Cafe Astrology. Then obviously there is a link to my Facebook group, where I post not just these videos, but all the astrology videos that I'm watching, and ever so often something else that I find quite interesting as well, that obviously along the line of more esoteric studies. If it means anything to you, do comment down below. Please press subscribe for me or any other reader or astrologer or whoever on YouTube. The subscriptions really, really help our channels and, in my terms eventually, but in their terms, help keep the channels going. So on that note, I've given you your standard YouTube lecture, so let me bring up the cards. And welcome Capricorn, Rising, Moon and Mars from the timestamp. Now what I didn't say in the introduction is that all this is occurring during the waxing moon. As the moon's light gets bigger, it is a time for increasing things. As you've seen from my previous waning moon readings, which I assume, waxing moon readings even, which I assume this particular set of readings will be replacing. Now this is straight after the North Node has been activated by crossing over the eclipse point of the lunar eclipse early January, 4 degrees Cancer. So your future, your destiny, the future timeline has been hit with this charge of changing energy, straight on the back of Black Moon, Lilith and Chiron being conjunct in Aries, which brings all old pains, all old wounds, all the old secrets up to the air, up to the surface, to be healed and to be dealt with. And the Aries energy gives you the strength and the passion to do that. However, sorry Capricorn, let me focus the camera. Sorry for Capricorn, it looks like you ain't quite finished yet. The first card here is slow and steady. And with that being followed by the King of Scrolls, there's some more, it's almost like there's bookwork to be done, but there's also edicts to be reshaped, reformatted, new rules. Always good for you, Capricorn. You like your rules, but you're in a time of creating new rules. You are in a nurturing time. We have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck and Demeter here. Here as mother, but I am thinking of the whole terms of her being the goddess of growth, of abundance, of the harvest. But she's not just of the harvest, she is of agriculture. So the whole process, there are seeds that you can plant right now that will be unifying certain forces that have been in your life, certain forces that have occurred, that have incurred pain for you, but you are going to receive victory from this. But what I'm seeing from this 10 of Wands here is it's going to be a bit of a long, hard slog. Now, I did the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction reading for you yesterday, day before, and I will say it was better news for you. So there's good news coming in during all of this. And there is a really good result for this, but there is not quite an end in sight just yet. But then again, that figures. Pluto remains in your sign. Jupiter is remaining in your sign and then going out and then coming back and then going retrograde, well, being retrograde in it and then going out again. And that lasts for the rest of this year. But I don't feel that for the end of this reading, we are looking right towards the end of the year. I'm seeing that you're going to see the sun coming over the horizon as you make slow progress. The one thing that you can do to upset it all right now is trying to go too fast. Slowly, surely, slow and steady wins the race. But this moon card here is really, really powerful. And there is an element of me to say, yeah, you might want to do a bit of howling at the moon. Yeah, let it out, let it go, let it be released. But there's something that you can learn from watching the wilder ones amongst us for the time being, because you are being protected. I'm feeling a real warm energy coming from the moon here, but I'm also noticing how much the dog is studying and watching the wolf howl at the moon as if he's learning from him, because it doesn't matter what the polarities are that you are dealing with. The light of the sun, which we see coming from behind the moon here, is still going to shine. It's still going to have that benefic effect. And in all of these cards where there is any sunlight, it is dawn. Here on the King of Scrolls, here on the Ten of Wands, the dawn is coming up. The light, the glimmer of light is on the horizon. You are on the home straight now to wherever you're going, and you are on your home straight now to victory and reconciliation, if that is relevant, with Guzion here. Now, the angel card we have here is the Angel Prince of the East. I purify my mind by affirming my worth and honouring my choices for love. So maybe this is a whole relationship disaster that you've had and you're trying to rebuild it. I'm thinking there's more than just relationships on this, because the mundane astrology is featuring very, very strongly in all of our lives at the moment. You only have to turn the news on, but not for too long, to see this in action. But yes, purifying your mind for the moment, set things down on paper, study them so that you can see what burdens you want to carry forward and keep dealing with, and what burdens you're going, you know, I've already dealt with it, I don't need to carry it anymore. Let's move on. So, slow and steady wins the race, one step at a time, Capricorn. But I do feel that this, I would have thought it would have been more positive with you being part of that arrow into the zodiac. But there is really good energies here at the end. There's just quite a bit of work for you to get through in the meantime. So, yeah, slow and steady wins the race. So if this means anything to you, Capricorn, comment down below. I've given you the like, share, subscribe speech already. Join the Facebook group if you want to start a discussion on this. And if you want to contact me directly, I am now doing personal readings because, hey, I've got the time at the moment for as long as it lasts. In the meantime, one step at a time, mate. You'll be fine.